Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited today because I finally received my black emblems for my car. I'm going to show you what comes in the package, as well as how to remove the current badges on the car and the lettering in the back, as well as installing the new black badges and lettering. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so the very first thing is obviously the package. It comes with the serial number. It doesn't come with installation instructions, but that's okay. It's pretty easy to figure out. It comes as kind of a very small box, honestly, a very thin box, and all the stuff that we need is pretty much inside it. Here, let me open it for you guys. It comes with the two black emblems. Here's one of the H's, the second H for the front, I believe, and then it comes with the Honda Civic badge. You can kind of see it there. Which is the main thing that I'm going to be removing in the back. So stay tuned. So there you have it, guys. Once you take out all the stuff, you have the H's for the front and back, and the Civic lettering. If you have a Sport, I believe you might be able to get the actual letter, the actual lettering Sport in black as well if you want to change them in the back. For me, for my SI, I only need the badges and the Civic, because that's all I want to change. So what are the tools that you're going to need for this project? It's very simple. The very first thing that I recommend getting is a good set of microfiber towels. That way you can use it for the Goo Gone or for any other type of appliance that you want to use to get rid of that adhesive that's used to put on the emblems and the letters. You also want to make sure you get that adhesive remover. Like I just got Goo Gone at Home Depot. I've heard of some people also using rubbing alcohol to do this. That might work. I haven't tried it personally, but I have read that some people do use that as a way to remove adhesive, which I'm sure alcohol does. I'm not sure how well it will do on your paint. So I'd rather just stick to something like Goo Gone that I know it's very used a lot for that kind of thing. And lastly, what you're gonna need is something like this, some dental floss to use. I know there's a lot of different methods to removing emblems and stuff like that, but I've always used just the regular dental floss, and that's fine because you're gonna use it to kind of shimmy the emblems off of the adhesive, and then after that's when you'll do the removal of the adhesive. Hey guys, so one thing that I do like to apply to my dental floss is a little bit of Goo Gone before I start shimmying it, so I can remove the lettering. So what I've done is I just pre-applied some Goo Gone to one of the microfiber towels. I'm going to set the dental floss on it, and I'm going to kind of rub it in, and that way it kind of catches a little bit of this, so that I can start removing it a lot easier. So as you can see, I put some Goo Gone there. I'm going to put the dental floss there, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this and kind of just rub it in a little bit, so that way it kind of catches a little bit of that Goo Gone, so I can start using it to remove the emblem. All right guys, so this is how we're going to start. You're basically going to take the dental floss, you want to wrap it around your hand or your finger and start pretty much pulling it from each side. That way it can start to remove it slowly but surely. You're going to do that for each individual letter until it comes off. So as you can see guys, I kind of made my way, and you can kind of see that it's already falling off, and I bet you have a little bit left to go on this C here, but you're pretty much going to be pulling on one side and pulling on the other. It's just basically a give and go, and then you're going to work your way down each letter until it falls off. Hey guys, so I've been noticing that as I'm doing this, the dental floss, maybe because I'm pulling too hard, keeps breaking, or it keeps breaking apart, which is okay. It doesn't have to be one string. Just if it breaks, just get some more dental floss and keep going. But as you can see on the C and I was able to remove them. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Just maybe use more dental floss, or be a little bit more patient with the give and go, and eventually it will come off. All right guys, so that's how it looks like without the lettering off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Goo Gone, put it on the microfiber towel, and just keep wiping it pretty much until it's gone. It might take a little while because it's really strong adhesive, so you might have to keep wiping it. You might have to switch towels to use a different towel with more Goo Gone and put it on, but eventually it will all come off, and it'll look nice and clean. All right guys, so basically I'm just applying a little bit of Goo Gone here, just a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I take this side, I'm going to start scrubbing just one of the areas. Just trying to scrub as much as I can off of that lettering. And it is really strong adhesive, so it might take you a while to do it, but eventually it will fall off. So you want to keep doing that. You might want to start picking at it or something like that. Okay guys, so what I'm noticing is that adhesive is really strong. It's taking me a lot longer than I thought to remove this. So what I've done is underneath the microfiber towel, I'm using my nail a little bit to kind of peel off to to kind of start peeling off this adhesive, which I don't recommend using anything metal. I think using your nail will be just fine. I don't think it's going to scratch the paint or anything, but slowly but surely you can kind of see that it's starting to remove that little adhesive. So every once in a while I'll add a little bit more of that Goo Gone, but I'll just keep picking at this until all of it is gone. Alright guys, now that's what it looks like when it's done. Pretty much all removed. It wasn't that hard. Here are the letters that I removed. And you can see the Civic, you can see that underneath they still have that adhesive. And all you really just need, a little bit of elbow grease and some Goo Gone, and you'll be all set. Alright guys, as you can see now, I'm going to start working here on the back emblem. It looks like that there's no adhesive on this side, probably isn't on this side, so just up and down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably put the floss through there and pull it through like this, and that way it's going to make myself a little bit easier to continue to shimmy across, and then I'll probably do the same thing at the bottom. Alright guys, I've been finally able to kind of shimmy my way around. Like I said, the sides don't have adhesive, it's just the top and the bottom. So now that I finally have it kind of removed, there's still clips here, so you kind of basically have to put underneath. If you have a prying tool, maybe just slowly but surely creep it off. That way it'll come off. You can see here that I'm kind of moving it, so it's the adhesive isn't there anymore, it's just clipped on. Now what you can do is you can open up the trunk and remove the liner, and there's clips in there for you to unscrew and remove, but I believe we'll be fine just kind of pulling it off. If it breaks, it's okay, we have the other one. The most important thing though are the clips that are in there. We want to try to save those clips so that we can just put the new emblem into them. Otherwise we will have to remove the liner, so we can change out the clips and put the new one on. Okay guys, finally was able to remove. You can see that the adhesive is only on the top and bottom. Here's what the back of the emblem looks like. So now I'm just going to be doing the same process, applying the Goo Gone on there, and I'm going to be wiping it, maybe using my nail a little bit to scratch it off because it is a lot of adhesive, and then I'll get the black ones on. Alright guys, took me a little bit longer than I anticipated. As you can see, the sunlight's pretty much gone, but I was able to remove pretty much all of the adhesive on there. So now all that's left is to put the badges on. Alright guys, the first thing I'm going to put on is the Honda badge. As you can see, there's two clips there. They're going to go on there. The badge it comes with has all four sides have adhesive, so you don't need to apply anything. The only thing you need to do is take off these little clips so that only the little two sticks come out, so you can put them into there, since these stuck in there. Sometimes what happens is when you remove the badge, these little sticks come out, so that's why these are there, so that these are the ones that are on the other side of the liner. So you'd have to take everything off, take the liner off, and then put these two clips on the back side of this, so that this can plug in. But because we have these stayed, I don't need to do that. I just need to take off these little clips and then just pretty much push in, and that'll be set. So as you can see, without the clips, there's these little two sticks that we're basically just going to put in here, and I'm basically just going to try, before I put in the actual adhesive, I'm just going to see how it looks. So it's going to look something like that once I remove the little stickers for the adhesive, and then I'm just going to press it on, and then it'll be there permanent. And there you have it guys. It looks so good. You have to see it in person. It's very glossy. It's a lot better than the silver. I think it goes a lot better with this car, with the black little lip there, along with the black wheels. Just having black emblems looks good. I might consider the thought maybe I can get a custom SI badge. I don't know if you guys would think, instead of having the silver lining on the outside, maybe have it black lined, so black on red will look better. Maybe it goes along better with the theme. But this is what this looks like. It's very nice. The adhesive is all the way around, so it's definitely not going to fall off. And because the clips that I had in there didn't come out, I just pretty much plugged and played. I just pushed it in and it worked fine. So all that's left is to put the Honda Civic there, and we'll be done on the back. Okay guys, here's the Honda Civic badge. Remember that the red side is the adhesive side, and the yellow side they cover it up just so it stays glossy. So eventually I'll remove that, but the red side is the most important, and I gotta make sure that it's level. I'm just basically gonna be sticking it on here. I'm gonna make sure that it's perfectly the way it was before. Maybe I can put it here, or maybe I can put it there. Whatever place that you think it'll look prettiest is where you want to put it, but you pretty much have free range on where you want to put it. You can also leave it off, or maybe you can put it something like here if you want to be a little bit more unique. Not something I would do, but just depends on where you want to put it. So I'm gonna locate it probably somewhere around here. That way it just looks a little bit more classic, a little bit cleaner, and that'll do it. Guys, okay, so very important what I noticed, and this was my mistake, is the yellow tape actually is needed to hold the letters in place from this little piece plastic or cardboard, so that way when you stick it on, you'll remove this yellow tape here like I'm doing, and then this little plastic comes off, and that's just to keep the letters in place. Otherwise, if you remove this yellow tape before, the letters, this little plastic thing isn't held in place, and as you can see, as I remove it, you'll see that the letters are now in place, and there we go. So it kind of looks a little like this. Pretty nice. You can see that I love the lettering in black. I think it matches this car a lot more. There's this emblem. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until tomorrow so that I have some sunlight to change the front one out. Hey guys, so I just finished installing the black emblems in the back. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow until there's a little bit more sunlight so you guys can see a little bit clearer when I remove the front, because I think the front is a little bit trickier. The way that the emblem sits on the car, there is no actual corner that you can easily pry into. I think there's a little bit of rubber around it, so you kind of have to maneuver into it. So I'm gonna figure that out tomorrow, but stay tuned. Okay, we're here the next day getting ready to remove the front badge. I'm gonna show you what that looks like and what the tools are probably gonna be using to remove the front badge so I can get my black one on, and let's get to it. So as you can see, this front badge is housed by this plastic rubber material, so we're probably going to try to get in the edges as much as we can with the dental floss. We might have to use this little pry tool to get underneath, but it still should be the same. I think there's two little sticks in here that you're going to have to, you know, pretty much pry open, and that way you can put the new one on, and it should be pretty decently easy. Okay guys, so what I noticed is it's very hard to get the dental floss in through the outside here, and what I notice is if I take my little prying tool and I kind of go here in the middle, it looks like that we can pretty much pry it open just a little bit of space, and if you, I don't know if you can see that, but it just pries it open just a little bit, and that's going to be how we're going to get the dental floss in there. And there we go guys, we finally got the dental floss in, but what it looks like to me is that there's actually no adhesive applied anywhere. It looks like it's just clipped on. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably just take my little prying tool and I'll just work around the edges here and just pry it off. As you can see guys, it's very tight. I was able to get my notch tool here in here. It looks like it's going to require some sort of pressure to be able to remove it. So don't be afraid of that. If the badge breaks, we still have the other badge, the black badge that we're going to put on. Unfortunately, that means if you ever wanted to switch back, you would have to buy new badges. But that's okay. All right guys, we were finally able to get the badge off. It actually took a lot of work, a lot of prying. It was actually glued in there. As you can see here, the front end, you can see one of the clips I broke off because I was pulling so hard, but that's okay. Even if I wanted to switch back to this, I can still put it on. It still has one of the clips. You can still also glue it along the edges here if you wanted. And the good thing is that the black one that I have is going to go right in here. If you want, you can add a little bit of glue so that when it goes in, the glue will stick to the insides. But the badge has adhesive on all four sides, so I think we're going to be okay. It just, you can see here on the back of these clips was this little washer. So this was plugged into the grill, and then you had this kind of sticking on the back side like this. So it was kind of hard to pull through because it was glued on. So you kind of have to force your way, you know, so to break this so that this can come off. All right, now with the black badging, it's going to fit there nice and snug. I'm just going to test it so that it fits. It's going to look something along those lines like that. And boy, does that look good just on the front of the grill. All right, guys, we are fully done. Here's what it looks like with the black badge. It looks so nice, so clean. I mean, you can almost not see it, which is kind of the intention. It goes so well with the grill. It just fits the whole theme of the car a lot better than what the standard is, and boy, am I happy with that. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. That's how you change your badges on the back and the front. Pretty easy stuff. It only took me maybe about an hour or two, depending on how long it takes for you to wipe down and get that adhesive off in the back. On the front, it was just took me a little bit longer than I thought because the clips were glued onto the actual grill. So eventually when I pry it off, when I pulled hard enough, it just broke it. But that's okay, because if I wanted to swap it back, I can just add glue, like super glue along the edges, and put it back. And the good thing about the new emblems is that it's only adhesive around the edges, not on the actual clips. So it'll be a little bit easier next time to kind of get that off, as long as I remove the adhesive. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and stay tuned for more car videos. I got a pros and cons list that I have coming up about the new 2022 Civic Si that I own. That's it for this time. Stay tuned for my next video that should be coming out. I'm going to do a pros and cons list of things that I like and dislike about this car, and you'll want to stick around because my number one dislike about this car, I'm pretty sure, is kind of uncommon. So stay tuned for that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. If you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, let me know, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.